Hi, this is Mrs. Lloyd with Lesson 1-1, Day 1, Functions and Continuity for McGraw-Hill Algebra 2. The lesson goals for Day 1 and Day 2: determine whether functions are one-to-one and or onto, determine the continuity, domain, and range of functions, write the domain and range of functions by using set builder and interval notations. We do have a good bit of vocabulary, so you will need to record this in your notebook. Domain, the set of x values to be evaluated by a function. Codomain, the set of all the y values that could possibly result from the evaluation of the function. Range, the set of y values that actually result from the evaluation of the function. Continuous function, a function that can be graphed with a line or broken curve. Discrete function, a function in which the points on the graph are not connected. And vertical line test, if a vertical line passes through two or more points in the graph of a relation, then it is not a function. You can pause the video while you record these. We are going to look at several functions and determine whether they are a function, whether they are one-to-one, and whether they are onto. Our first function our first graph, would you say that is a function? Well, we know it's a function if it passes the vertical line test. So if I draw vertical lines, do I ever touch it in more than one place? And the answer is no, so that means that yes, this is a function. And is it one-to-one? For every x, is there only one y? That also goes with the vertical line test, so it is one-to-one. What if our graph was a circle? Is that a function? If I draw a vertical line, I touch it in more than one place, so that is not a function. I'm going to use fxn for an abbreviation for function. Hopefully you remember this shape from Algebra 1. That is a quadratic or parabola. Is it a function? Check it. It doesn't touch more than once, so it is a function. But is it one-to-one? It is not. And that goes along with horizontal line tests. Let me see, do I have that? I'm sorry, let's get that definition first. The horizontal line test, if a horizontal line passes through two or more points, then the relation or function is not one-to-one. So in this case, if I were to draw a horizontal line, and it touches more than once, it is not one-to-one. And finally, that graph, is that a function? Doesn't look like it's going to touch more than once, so that is a function. Is it one-to-one? Looks to me like if I draw about right there a horizontal line, it's not going to pass the horizontal line test, so it is not one-to-one. And onto function, the range and codomain are equal, so you also need these recorded in your notebook. So in this case, something in the first column matches something in the second column. So that makes it onto. But in the second example, everything in the first column does not match something in the second column, so that is not onto. And now we're going to look at 3 more graphs. We're going to determine whether each function is one-to-one, onto, both, or neither for the given codomain. So in the first one, the function where the codomain is all real numbers. First question I'm going to ask myself is, does it pass the horizontal line test? I'm going to use HLT. Well, it passes that, right? So that means it is one-to-one. The next question is, when I do the horizontal line test, does it always touch the function? And this codomain is for all real numbers, but if you notice, if I would draw horizontal lines down here, does it touch the function? It does not. So HLT always touch? That's my second question. And the answer is no. So it is not onto. Let's look at the second example. Horizontal line test. It looks like it's going to touch more than once, right? So it does not pass the horizontal line test. So that means it's not one-to-one. And the codomain says y such that y is less than 4. So as long as I'm staying where y is less than 4, does the horizontal line always touch the function? And in this case, that answer is yes. So this one is onto. For the third one, we have a straight line. So does it pass the horizontal line test? Hopefully that you can see that is yes. So it is one-to-one. And the codomain is all real numbers, so this line goes forever up and down. When I draw a horizontal line, will it always be touching our graph? The answer is yes. So it is also onto. And that looks like all the examples I have for today. Thanks for watching.